Aquarius, how are you? Welcome to the channel and to your reading, Aquarius. We're going to connect with the energies for these next few hours in the coming days. What is Aquarius going to manifest with this energy of renewal that the new moon in the sign of Pisces is bringing us tomorrow in just a few hours? Let's tune into what this fresh cycle is opening up for you and how this lunar energy may begin to move through your life, your emotions, and the path that is starting to unfold for you now. So we're going to be attentive to all those changes. Check your ascendant, your moon sign, and also take, of course, what resonates. Let's see what the angels tell us, Aquarius, what you need to know. There is a lot of water energy around, many emotions, but at the same time, you are looking to free yourself from something. You don't want to feel tied down nor committed, but at the same time, you want to be cared for and supported. Let's see what the angels tell us. Well, the Two of Pentacles, situations that move and balance themselves with respect to the economic context, especially because you are finally freeing yourself from a situation. You have the choice to change direction, and that is what allows you to free yourself and connect with something entirely new. The Two of Pentacles is a card that brings us various choices, but it also introduces a new element that really implies we must put in the effort to maintain a sense of balance in certain areas of our lives. Wouldn't you agree? It is all about finding that stable center, in tasks, in routine, in a personal context, and not throw ourselves off balance. Because we have to make way for the new. We are going to incorporate that new thing into our day-to-day. And that is where resources will appear, work will appear, people will appear, and you will see how to distribute yourself, discerning, choosing, and evaluating what is truly necessary and useful, and what is not, so you can leave it for later and focus on something that specifically requires your attention right now. You must decide what matters most today. Day life asks you for balance. That is the most important thing. Working on several jobs or projects at the same time is fine, but one must not forget other areas of life. One must not forget other issues. And above all, investing energy also in relationships with a partner, relationships with friends, relationships with children, and also turning some of the activities that you are having into something a little more pleasant, more fun. Maintain the game of life and know how to flow with the situations that may be making us feel a little down, but tomorrow they will change directly and take us up. So new resources and new opportunities to change what we don't like, right? And there we focus the energy, and there we choose conveniently how we manage resources. For example, money. Is it necessary to keep spending on this? Is this relationship useful to me? Is it useful for me to give time here or not? Well, the Eight of Pentacles is telling me that it is a moment where you also feel the possibility or doors that open for you to instruct yourself, to practice something, to study something, to reinvent yourself in something, because you are summoned to a lot of work. That is why this possibility and this resource enter here. You will also see how to make a little room for yourself. That is why it tells you many tasks and many things at the same time. You will see the possibility of making a little room for yourself because it is necessary, yes, to have more knowledge and to work on trial and error because you are going to want to distinguish yourself from others. Work of the Eight of Pentacles is constancy, patience, responsibility. It is facing things. It is determination. And above all, it is performance. The task might turn out a little tedious for you, but remember to add a little fun to things and everything will start to settle so that you soon receive compensation, a payment, or change your place of work. You can expand, build your own business, and plan changes for your professional future. You can invest your life, time, and skills because here you will showcase and develop your talents and gifts. Naturally, you will want to stand out, and you will certainly distinguish yourself as you continue to grow and reach your full potential ahead. You need to prepare, and you're going to. The Seven of Swords is a card that speaks of a choice you made recently, or even some time ago, in the not-so-recent past, that you now understand is not really working for you, and simply isn't serving you anymore. And you know that life tells you that you can change course, you can change place, you can change context. You can choose another way, right? You can choose another strategy, you can choose another path, but you can also choose the best strategy for yourself. Above all, it may be that at this moment you have to develop yourself in this matter because perhaps you are thinking of paving your way to something in solitude, right? A project, a job. I want to do this on my own terms. I truly want to work independently. Perhaps you are not quite as ready and as fully prepared for this journey as you might expect yourself to be right now. So life tells you, okay, you are going to do it. You are going to change direction. And in that direction, you are going to find someone who can advise you, train you, or teach you. You can either arrive at a certain place or work within that specific environment. And in doing so, you can gain all the necessary knowledge you need to very quickly transition into this new situation, which is, at the end of the day, just another life choice that you have to make, isn't it? Choosing professional independence is the path forward. However, the Seven of Swords also serves as a warning that we must carefully consider distancing ourselves from those individuals who are no longer truly helpful or beneficial to our personal growth and our overall well-being right now. I mean, they may have been convenient at some point, but today life is showing us that their actions, their overall behavior, and their way of addressing various contexts of the life they share with you are simply not the most honest, nor are they the most transparent ways for anyone to be acting when you are trying to move forward in your own personal journey. And you will be opening up, understanding that you can detach yourself from that person. Well, the Queen of Swords and the Empress. The Empress tells me she brings into your life something or a situation that greatly boosts your self-esteem and makes you feel truly empowered, right? This allows you to create an abundance, feel abundant, and start settling into a comfortable space where your foundations are secure. That which makes it possible for you to create in abundance, to feel in abundance, and to start placing yourself in a very comfortable zone where your foundations will be more than assured for your personal growth. You see how everything has a reason. The Eight of Pentacles prepares you. The Eight of Pentacles leads you into a situation of success and expansion. And the Empress, already there, places you exactly where you need to be so you can truly bring down to earth what you have gained or absorbed from this Eight of Pentacles. You are even starting to receive the fruits of your labor, the reward for everything you have worked for. It is very convenient to have the Empress because the Empress talks to us about what could be what you start to feel as harmony, right? Well, I've decided to choose conveniently from that Two of Pentacles what serves me, what brings me money, what makes me feel useful, and also what amuses me and nourishes me as a person. And the Empress speaks to us about exactly that. She speaks of the possibility of feeling personally very, very uplifted, deeply elevated within ourselves. And above all, it may also mean that we are entering a phase of great fertility, a time when things can grow, flourish, and begin to take shape. It speaks to what could be a very fertile personal context where you specifically pinpoint or solidify projects, circumstances, or relationships that require this Empress energy. This is about identifying what truly nurtures you and demands your focus as you step into this phase of growth. Because the Empress is obviously trying to rebuild herself on a personal level, to feel good in terms of self-esteem, to practice self-care. And well, in that sense, she also wants an energy behind her, one that supports her and gives her strength. There you have a beautiful card, the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands shows up when a point arrives in life, when you finally have a real reason to celebrate, when you can feel that something important has come together and joy begins to open up before you. You can see that your needs are being met at home and at work, where things begin to flow from a place of harmony, something the Empress had already been telling us, pointing to that sense of balance, well-being, and emotional fulfillment in your life. It may be that you are celebrating a commitment, a business, an activity, the achievement of something. It can also be the satisfaction for having managed to get out of a complicated situation, having cut off that relationship that is not convenient, and also for leaving behind a certain adversity. And the Four of Wands is the card that tells Aquarius that it is also the moment for enjoyment. Enjoyment of a relationship, the enjoyment of a personal context, the enjoyment of the home, the enjoyment of one's moment. Yes, many of the various things that you have been putting off for quite some time due to financial constraints are finally going to be fulfilled right now. Any of those persistent delays that have to do with matters directly related to your house, your home, and things that you truly wanted to take care of, giving them that special, dedicated attention that you had planned, you are certainly going to be accomplishing all of that in these coming days. The Death card signifies a major, inevitable transformation for you. Above all, it heralds your rebirth and brings the freedom I sensed at the start of this reading. The very freedom you've been seeking. This change is essential for your growth and marks the beginning of your new chapter. Because the Death card is also telling us about an Aquario who has been yearning for this moment, like that long-awaited moment they have been hoping for such a long time, right? It feels like the turning point they have deeply desired and been waiting to finally reach. And this really is a before and an after, because it is an after a great sacrifice. It is giving way to the new, giving way to the advantage. It is understanding that you start to vibrate in renewal and change, because the stage has ended and you are preparing yourself for the new. That is why you are doing things well. It is like you sensed it, and you intuited it. It announces the unexpected change that is going to bring with it transition. Transition is inevitable and necessary because you are evolving, and you evolve in favor of your growth, and you evolve in favor of your abundance. It is important that you maintain detachment from situations like those that may have generated the Seven of Swords. Detachment with respect to what you are going to be choosing as primordial. In other words, if you are more focused on your personal life, your finances, and your work than on your emotional side, that is perfectly fine, as long as you keep yourself detached as well from whatever could eventually end up causing you pain later on. And you will also begin to realize that every single experience you have acquired in the past is now your greatest advisor. Truly, all of those life experiences act as your most profound and deeply insightful counselors for your journey. Talk to me about finding a meaning about what is a painful experience that you have lived and also being grateful for all of that. Well, in a month, it says 1 month, a month and a half, you will be connecting with a woman or man, it doesn't matter, who will be very connected with you at the level of love. Maybe you are already in a relationship at this moment, but it is telling you that something happens, something changes from here to a month and a half. This all arrives hand in hand with something that likely has to do with a period of waiting, specifically a long wait on your part, doesn't it? This involves someone who is, in one way or another, going to play a role that is truly more than important in your life. Your spiritual guides are here to tell you that something is finally being set into motion regarding a current relationship. Or perhaps you are about to encounter a brand new person who is going to, in one way or another, lead you to deeply connect with the true meaning of love. This is someone you are going to trust completely from day one, and they will open the door to what could become an incredibly positive experience for you, something that feels deeply meaningful right from the very start. This person comes straight into your heart, helps you work through some kind of conflict, and also comes into your life to bring you, in one way or another, a deep and lasting sense of real happiness. It is telling me that between now and 3 weeks, the things you were expecting for your sentimental life are arriving. It tells me this is a fairly short period of time. You'll be receiving signs or concrete actions, but while this major change is unfolding around you, you're also bringing certain stages to a close and finishing things because you need to be light. You need to be clear of situations from the past. You're ending what has to end so you can move forward unburdened, free of old baggage, and fully open to what's coming next. This moment you're about to live through is a gift, one that leads you toward a very different future. You're about to receive very good news or some truly wonderful opportunities that can start changing the direction of your life from here on out. Take the time to protect yourself. That is why you have the Empress, to gain more confidence in yourself, because beautiful surprises are arriving in a relationship, obviously, that this person or the existing relationship brings. I've loved your reading, Aquarius. I ask you to decree and to be grateful because this is coming for you.